I'm Holly Payne and welcome to your 5 minutes with Seatrade Cruise, your roundup of the week's top stories. MSC Cruises is getting ready to participate in a research project led by Finland's University of Vaasa to further efforts towards low-carbon maritime operations. The Decarbonising Shipping by Enabling Key Technology Consortium, Czech Consortium for short, is expected to receive funding from the European Union. It will include the World Maritime University, Wärtsilä, Lloyd's Register and Silverstream Technologies, among many others, with results to be shared industry-wide. As well as looking at ship design, the experts will demonstrate the advantages of hydrogen propulsion, ultrasound anti-fouling, hull air lubrication, waste-to-energy systems and digitalised optimisation software. Staying with MSC Cruises, this week Chantiers de l'Atlantique handed over MSC Virtuosa, its first cruise ship of 2021 and the 16th it has built for MSC Cruises. It had been scheduled for delivery last autumn but was delayed by reduced activity at the yard amid COVID-19. MSC Grandiosa's sister ship contains the cruise line's signature interior promenade, topped by an LED sky dome. MSC Virtuosa has also received 11 Golden Pearls from Bureau Veritas for its innovations, including environmental protection and health and safety features. MSC Cruises Executive Chairman Pier Francesco Vago said the delivery of the ship at such a challenging time for the industry is symbolic, and how as a family company it continues to look to the longer term. The vessel will remain at Saint-Nazaire until scheduled to begin passenger operations on April 16. A number of River Cruise Europe members expect a later start to the season and a transition year similarly as challenging as 2020. The latest virtual River Cruise Europe internal meeting drew more than 30 members, many of whom forecast a delay until mid-April to early May. A major issue predicted throughout the 2021 season will be the testing of crew, port staff, coach drivers and guides. The longer-term challenge being recruiting new talent. Depending on source markets, lines may not operate their full fleets this year and in some cases may sail only 50% of their vessels. It was also noted that international travellers from outside Europe will probably only return in the second half of the year. A virtual meeting is planned in March to highlight examples of best practices, but the sector expects a prosperous 2022. Meanwhile, American Queen Steamboat Company and Victory Cruise Lines are taking the bold step of mandating COVID-19 vaccination for all passengers, crew and tour motor coach drivers. This applies to sailings beginning July 1st across all 7 vessels in the AQSC and Victory fleets. Prior to this, only Saga has mandated passenger but not crew vaccination, while Norwegian Cruise Line Holdings has expressed its intention that all crew be vaccinated before boarding to begin their duties. After receiving conditional approval from New Zealand's Ministry of Health in December to operate domestic cruises with small expedition ship Laperous, Bono now urgently seeks another green light. Immigration New Zealand has granted critical worker visas for 29 officers and engineers, but has denied visas for 61 other crew members, mostly hotel staff. Immigration New Zealand said the ship should not have sailed from Jakarta for New Zealand before the paperwork had been processed. Laperous has now gone to Numia for refuelling. Bono Asia Pacific Chairman Serena Bratton said every crew member is an essential worker. She's been in urgent talks with the New Zealand authorities over the past few days. The ship, carrying Kiwi passengers only, is scheduled to sail from Auckland on February 8th. Cruise Saudi officially launched this week, aiming to establish the cruise industry in Saudi Arabia and create a new destination for international cruise lines. Cruise Saudi will develop ports and terminals in several cities with the aim of introducing new itineraries that explore Saudi culture and heritage, while preserving the unique environment and protection of natural resources. Based in Jeddah, Cruise Saudi is fully owned by the country's Public Investment Fund, the kingdom's main investment arm. It is part of a 2021 to 2025 strategy focusing on diversifying revenue sources away from oil. Speaking at the Future Investment Initiative in Riyadh, Cruise Saudi interim CEO Fawaz Farooqi called the launch a historic moment. An example of the country's Vision 2030 commitment, Cruise Saudi is expected to create 50,000 direct, indirect and seasonal jobs by 2035. The country has already attracted the attention of Silversea Cruises and MSC Cruises. And finally, an amended agreement between Port Everglades and Carnival Corporation and PLC provides relief from passenger guarantees during the COVID-19 pandemic and also puts a cruise terminal in play. Broward County Commissioners will consider a motion to approve the agreements at their meeting next week. It will remove berth 4 and its adjoining cruise terminal and a fifth non-designated preferential berth from the list of preferential berths for Carnival Corporation. Instead, the company will get a fourth non-designated preferential berth. It would effectively put in play berth 4, opening the door for another cruise line at Port Everglades. Terminal 4, just south of Terminal 2, was previously used by MSC Cruises before its shift to Port Miami several years ago. Over in Port Miami, ground was broken on Friday for Carnival Cruise Line's third terminal. The $170 million Terminal F is the future home of Carnival Celebration. It will mean Carnival is the only cruise line to have 3 terminals there and cements Miami as its largest home port. The terminal is due for completion in September 2022. That's all for today. Visit seatrade-cruise.com to find out more about the cruise industry or keep up with us on social media.